Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure. And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Boston. And that one's good. James.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
Brown, no good.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
There's Tatum with the three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from the corner. Davis with a rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Three-pointer. Offensive board. Outside Reeves. And here's Russell. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Tries again. No luck on that one. Good D by Porzingis. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. Their team's biggest concern tonight, the scoring of Jaylen Brown. Coach commenting, quote, Brown has become an elite scorer in this league. Jaylen can have huge nights. We know he's going to score, but we have to limit his easy looks, especially early. Something to watch, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. To the inside. And the basket by Hachimura.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Celtics trail by 7. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if you see this type of longevity ever again.
Tatum with a steal. Shoots over Davis. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
The two-way game of Tatum on full display. His defense translating into offense. Love to see it.
Pass to Russell. Hachimura from long range. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Porzingis. Check by Davis. Here's Holiday. Back to Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 9.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
James outside. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here. For the Lakers.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston making a switch here.
A big round of applause for the Lakers.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside White. To the wing, right side.
Los Angeles foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw misses.
At the line for the Celtics.
And the second free throw is good. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Here's Connect. Back to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And it's Koloko missing.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown gets the bucket.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Horford. For 3, Jaylen Brown. That one's good. Brown's got 5. Davis down low. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's Los Angeles up by 2. And the second quarter about
15.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Brown, no good. The Lakers in the lead. For 3, James. LeBron fires and hits a 3. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
So both teams making some changes here. Outside, Brown. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Reddish with it. Now guarded by White. Who poked away. It's stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Celtics.
Lakers foul. Connect. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here he goes. Pass to Porzingis. Outside White. Tatum with it. 12 points for him. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. LeBron with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 5. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers. If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Over to the wing. The 3-ball. And it's Connect missing. Celtics trail by 3. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Cam Reddish. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Here's James. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
Yeah, no doubt about it. LeBron is in attack mode tonight. He's looking to score every time he touches the ball.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Let's go with a 3. James with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 4. To the paint. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Back to White. Fires the 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. 1:46 left in the second period. Down low. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, PA.
Hey, little exclamation point. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Pass to Hachimura. Davis down low. And finished off by Davis.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the bench.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Russell deciding where to go with it. Now Reeves. Outside for Russell. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And it's Hachimura missing.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Has to connect to the inside. Davis.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Taking it strong. Tatum forcing his way to the line, playing aggressively.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so Tatum nails both of them. The Lakers lead by 5. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here. First one falls for him.
At the line for the Lakers.
And both free throws good for Russell.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Back to Tatum. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Boston. Here's Hachimura. Good on the bucket. Hachimura's got 7. 5 ticks left in the first half. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first one falls.
Shooting for Boston.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Two on the clock. That'll do it for the first half. It's Los Angeles up by 8. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
The value of a big man with Horford's quickness can't be overstated. He takes full advantage of the rebound opportunity.
Here's James. Rebound Boston. Here's Tatum. Good work defensively by James.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Celtics trail by 6. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Both free throws good from Davis. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, A.D. put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends. Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here comes LeBron. It's stolen by Tatum. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And James gets it to go. James has got 14 points.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Pass to Davis. Out to James. The three from Russell. Counted from distance. He's got 5.
An assortment of shots in Russell's arsenal. Just a quick catch and shoot right there.
And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul. Horford, left side. Up top, Brown. Over Hachimura. Again, Boston.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Back to James. Pass to Davis. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Tatum. Russell with the rebound. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
James deciding where to go with it. Out to Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Here's the break. The finish! And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Stolen by Davis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To halt the run. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum, taking the hit.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
Well, Connect is used to just finishing plays, so seeing him share the wealth is encouraging.
And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 34 seconds left in the third quarter here. Reddish. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 8.
Los Angeles foul.
He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip.
That's his first personal foul.
He misses the free throw.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
The Lakers lead by 7. Pass to Christie. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the left side wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You got to like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
He just continues to deal damage inside. They've got to figure a way to slow him down.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's James. Outside for Davis. The shot's good on the assist by James. Davis has got 10 points here in the second half.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Anthony Davis.
The Celtics, 48.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Lakers lead by 10. James outside. Porzingis grabs the board. Here's Brown. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Both free throws good from James. Now here's White. Outside, Brown. Right side, White. And here's Brown. Brown with a screen. Tatum from long range. Los Angeles leading by 10. Reddish on the wing. Pass to James. Great D that time from Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. White can't hit. So it's the Lakers now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Tatum.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And he drops it first. And Stan, they always say for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
To the paint. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
They're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Drive by Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Back to James. Outside for Russell. Back to James. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Tatum.
And that's a perfect pass by Russell. He really understands where to get his man the ball.
That free throw good from James. Celtics trail by 12. Here's White. And Reeves pulls it down. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Russell from outside. Boston pulls it in. Outside White. Inside. Here's Brown. Excellent D there from Davis. And so Davis will bring it up for Los Angeles. Chalk up 2 there. James has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
With all the attention AD draws, if Davis moves the ball, good things will happen.
Releases from 15. Rejected by James.
2 minutes remaining in this ball. 2 minutes.
Into the lane. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots. I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
James, outside. Pass to Davis. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Tatum. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's White. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
White coming through.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here's James. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. James has got 16 points here in the second half. Here's Porzingis. Excellent D there from Davis. And here are the Lakers. They've led by as many as 14.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Lakers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Davis.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through. Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
James with the ball, now guarded by Brown.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from James. And so it's Boston with it, trailing by 13. And that one drops for him.
It's always a great sign for this offense when Brown is making plays for others.
Shot's good by James.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
James inside. Porzingis grabs the board. White for three. Rebound by the Lakers. And there's James from the arc. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, Stan